The second component that we'll examine in Domain 3, Instruction, is the component Engaging Students in Learning. Student engagement in learning is the centerpiece of the framework for teaching. All other components contribute to it. When students are engaged in learning, they are not merely busy, nor are they only on task. Rather, they are intellectually active in learning important and challenging content. Allowing students to exercise some choice in activities and assignments will promote student learning. A teacher might also permit students to select their own groups. Similarly, teachers may opt to use materials and resources of their own choosing that are better suited to engaging students in deep learning. Keeping things moving within a well-defined structure is one of the marks of an experienced teacher. A well-designed lesson includes time for reflection and closure. In a classroom where students are engaged in learning, one would observe the indicators shown here. One would also observe a beginning, a middle, and an end in a lesson. What does a classroom look like where students are engaged in learning? In a classroom where students are engaged in learning, you would observe students being asked to formulate a hypothesis about what might happen if the American voting system allowed for the direct election of the president. Students being given a task to do independently, then to discuss with the table group, followed by a report out from each table. Lessons with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Lessons that are neither rushed nor drag. What does a classroom look like where students are not engaged in learning? In a classroom where students are not engaged in learning, you might observe that the lesson assignment is to fill out a worksheet using an established procedure, or the lesson drags, or the lesson feels rushed. In summary, in a classroom where students are engaged in their learning, they are developing their understanding through what they do, and they are asked to think, to make connections, to formulate and test hypotheses, and to draw conclusions. A lesson in which students are engaged usually has a discernible structure, a beginning, a middle, and an end. A critical question for an observer in determining the degree of student engagement is, what are the students being asked to do? If the answer to that question is that they are filling in blanks on a worksheet or performing a rote procedure, they are unlikely to be cognitively engaged. This concludes this presentation, Engaging Students in Learning.